Hi. Thank you for tuning in. This is an update because I realize I have not yet made one. So an update. I got the bill from the vet. In total now, in addition to the $1,333.33, which I put on my credit card, there is an additional $378, which makes the total $1,709.30, which, if you are new to this situation, is a pain in the ass because about the same amount of money took me about a year to pay off last year. And that money, which I will be paying towards this vet bill, is what I had been hoping to be paying towards a scooter, which I need because I am a sick person with hurdy parts, and which is the reason for the other update. A perfect example of how scooterness can change your life. On Wednesday, I volunteered at WFMU, the best radio station in the world, where I stuffed envelopes. Yes, sat in a chair and stuffed envelopes. And yet, the exertion of having to get dressed, run downstairs, I actually even called a car to take me there because it's just shy of 2 miles. Would be a nice walk, but my body sucks. So that cost me $4 or $5, which I really can't afford. But it's that or, not leave the house. Being at the radio station, like I said, I sat and stuffed envelopes. I may have gone up and down the stairs, one flight of stairs a couple times to use the bathroom. May have stood for extended periods of time in conversation, perhaps, but that's about it. I walked a couple blocks to do a little bit of shopping and grab some food before I headed home. Again, very little and very slow walking. While I was at FMU, a fabulous lady gave me a 4-day pass for New York Comic Con, which is amazing because I'm totally a comic book culture person. But exerting myself that little amount on Wednesday meant Thursday I could not get my ass to Comic Con. Could not do it. Hurt too much. Too much exertion that I was not prepared for. So I told myself I would go the next day. The next day I did indeed go. And when I got to Comic-Con, I went to customer service and said, "Excuse me, I see these 3 scooters sitting right here. I was wondering if I could use one," I said, brandishing my cane, explaining it was not a costume, nor is the eye patch. And they said no, because they were not to be had, but to be rented, and were something like $92 or $94 for the day. But then the other lady said I couldn't even rent them because they were already reserved. Yes, even though there were 3 scooters sitting right there, I could not use them because they were reserved, and even if they were not reserved, I by no means could afford spending almost $100 for a scooter for a day. New York Comic Con, fuck you for that. That's some bullshit. But moving on. Comic Con was fun. I had painkillers to help me through it. I walked around. I saw some amazing costumes. It took me almost an hour to actually find the comic books, which is also a kind of bullshit. It's supposed to be a comic book convention. All in all, lots of fun. And I planned on going back the next day, which I did, but didn't get there until the last 2 hours because it hurts. It hurts to leave the house and have to walk a mile to the path and then have to walk the many blocks to the Javits Center. My body can't take it. And I planned on also going Sunday, but was in so much pain, I could not do anything. I even showered, I even got dressed, and I just sat down fully dressed and cried because I was in too much pain to go. If I had a scooter, I could have gone all 3 days. I could have spent many more hours there. I would have enjoyed myself more. I wouldn't have been fighting pain the whole time, and I would have been able to go all 4 days, and wouldn't have been, warring with myself to keep a smile on my face. And I wouldn't have cried on Sunday because I was in too much pain and felt lame. So right there is a perfect example of how a scooter would change my world. Aside from that, I would like to thank all of you who have donated, those of you who have reposted this, those of you who've just bothered to listen and pay attention, those of you who just ask, how you doing? How's all the health stuff? Just that nice, normal, casual, I recognize that you have some health stuff and just seeing how you're doing. It's nice to know. It's nice. And I thank everyone who bothers to say that little extra, make sure you're all right, kind of thing. It means a lot because so many people just, gloss right over and pretend it's not happening. So thank you. Thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it. I have now gotten up to $590, which is, I'm terrible at math, I think 1/8 of my way to paying off the debt bill and being able to afford the scooter that I want, which, by the way, the scooter that I wanted is a 3-wheeled electric scooter, which I saw in an Indiegogo about 2.5 years ago. They were supposed to be shipped out about a year and a half ago, and they weren't. They ended up being a year behind schedule, a year and a half behind schedule. They finally recently started shipping them out, at which point they said they will not be making the 3-wheeled version. I'm really upset by this, not as upset as someone who contributed to their Indiegogo, but that was the scooter I had my mindset on. It's ideal, it's stable because I don't have good balance, so it's a 3-wheeler, but it's also electric. It also goes a decent speed, but you could fold it to take it on to the public transportation, which is so necessary for me living right outside of New York City, but not in it. So if anyone has suggestions for a 3-wheeled electric scooter that is foldable and light enough for my brokely self to be able to carry it up and down some subway stairs if need be, I would appreciate it. What else? Oh, and of course, most important of all, Miss Kitka, darling cat, is doing awesomely. She's a pain in my butt like ever, licking my face as I'm trying to sleep. She thinks she's a dog. They both do. Yeah. But again, thank you everyone for bothering to pay attention and everyone who's been kind to me and all you other sick people out there, tough it out. I feel ya. It sucks. I mean, it does. It's a rough life, but we get through it. All right. Thank you for watching. Hooray!